Hello, and welcome to this tutorial. Today, I'll be demonstrating how to perform a proper body turn while avoiding common mistakes that often occur during animation. Before we begin, a quick bit of housekeeping. First, this character is available to download for free using the link in the description below. If you're prompted for permission when trying to download it, please leave me a comment and I'll look into it. Secondly, let's prepare our character for the body turn. And one final note. If this video ends up running longer than expected, I may need to split it into two parts. I'm now heading over to the Layers panel. I'll double-click the main bone, go to Depth Sort, and then turn on Enable Layer Order. I'll explain the reason for this in just a moment. The reason we enable layer order is simple. When we turn the character to the opposite side, we'll need to reposition certain layers. For example, moving the arm above the shirt during the rigging process. Without layer order enabled, we wouldn't be able to adjust the stacking of layers while rigging, which would limit our control during the turn. Now I'll show you how I've organized my layers. If you know a better or more efficient approach, feel free to share it in the comments. I'm always here to learn. In my Layers panel, I have a head folder that contains all the head elements. Inside it, there's also a subfolder called Face Items. This is organized this way for a specific reason, which I'll explain next. You may also notice that I've enabled masking on the Face Item subfolder. This is intentional. During a body turn, we often need to hide certain parts of the character, for example, the eye, on the far side. Masking allows us to control visibility cleanly as layers shift during the turn. Alright, that's all for the housekeeping. Let's get started. I'm now going to add my first smart bone. This brings us to mistake number 1. Avoid parenting this bone to any other bone. It's always best to double-check the parent settings before you begin animating, as an incorrect hierarchy can cause issues later in the rig. Name this smart bone, head turn, and reduce the strength to 0. Now, I'm going to duplicate this bone 2 more times. Name the next one body turn, and the final one leg turn. This brings us to mistake number 2, using a single smart bone to turn the entire character. While it might seem convenient, it's not considered best practice. Splitting the turn into separate smart bones gives you far more control and produces a cleaner, more accurate result. Mistake number 3 is not locking your bone constraints. If you don't limit a bone to a specific angle range, you may find yourself struggling to control the rig later on. This can make the entire process more time-consuming and far less predictable. To lock the bone, select it and open the Bone Constraints panel. I'm going to set the angle limits to a minimum of 0 and a maximum of 90 degrees. It's also worth mentioning mistake number 4. When adding control bones before a body turn, many people accidentally move the main bones instead of the control bones. This can easily break the rig. To demonstrate this, I'm going to add a quick smart bone here and show you exactly what happens. As you can see, it becomes very difficult to move the bone and judge the final result. Even if you try your best, it simply doesn't behave correctly. So it's best to avoid this approach altogether. Instead, add your control bones after you've completed the body turn. This keeps the rig stable and prevents it from breaking. So I am going to delete this smart bone in action, and I will disable target bones for now. Alright, now let's move on to our main objective, creating a clean and correct smart bone turn. Click the first smart bone, then go to the panel on the right. Open the Action section and create a new smart action. You'll notice the timeline turns blue, but if the layer you're animating is inside a subfolder, it will automatically switch to pink instead. That's completely normal, so don't panic. Let's bring in our reference image first, then we'll return to Smart Actions. I'll do a quick scale adjustment to give us a cleaner turn. Now let's jump back into the Smart Action by double-clicking the bone's name in the Smart Actions panel. I'm moving the cursor to frame 72, and with the magnet tool, I can finish this much faster. Just watch what I'm doing from here. I'll stop talking for a moment. What I'm doing here is simply moving the points to match the reference image. That's all. It can take a bit of time to get it just right, but it's absolutely worth the effort. Now click the eyebrow, lasso them around, and move them in a straight line. Then click the left eye, highlight everything, and move it to the left. Because we masked the face layer, you can see the right eye has disappeared. We then click the mouth layer and move it to the left. I'm going to fix the eye and the face now. Go into the face layer, double-click it, then open the masking settings and choose Exclude Strokes. You'll notice the face strokes become visible again. I'm also going to adjust the nose color and hide a few strokes. Then I'll disable masking on the hair layer only, just to remove that unwanted hairline. This was another mistake. Mistake number 5 to avoid. Alright, that's the head turn done. Let's give the rig a quick check, and then we'll move on to the body turn. Make sure you watch video number 2 for the next steps. Before you go, if you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to like and share the video as well. And if there's anything you'd like me to improve, just let me know. For my returning subscribers, a massive thank you to you too. Until next time, bye.